This is still something where we see a guy who is selling us a gimmick more than an actual boxing match. This is sad. And shame on those people last night, unless you were talking about those two amazing females that fought that night. If you were talking about this, shame on you for saying that this is a great night of boxing. It was not. This is a tragic night of boxing. So, we are here to talk about, as I said, and I'm going to explain why I describe it like this, that very, very sad so-called boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. First of all, we could probably end this whole thing because everybody's talking about why Mike Tyson, why this legend, this man that everybody was looking forward to. A lot of people were looking for a knockout. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but more people just looking forward to Mike Tyson returning to, rare form and coming out performing. Maybe not exactly like old Iron Mike, but somewhat close.
People wanted to catch a glimpse of the greatest.
You can even get a glimpse of how he's just not performing even close to the Mike Tyson that we know.
I mean, when they showed the stats, even someone like me who doesn't know shit about boxing, I was like, damn, those numbers are low.
Yes. And believe me, this man does not know about boxing.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, God damn, like, you've never seen this shit before.
Man, that's crazy. I was like, that's normal. Like, God damn it. It was like watching a boxing match where somebody just came out of a coma.
Yeah.
And is new to the world. Oh my God, this is crazy. No, this has been here for a while. No, but everybody was wondering, like, what happened? What happened? What happened? I just learned something from you right now, and I was like, well, shit, this is all clear now. He had something up his ass the whole time. I was like, what? Man, well, why didn't you say so? No wonder this man was moving all crazy and everything. Shit, he had a wedgie the whole time.
He had a wedgie, and he was hungry, right?
I'd say that thing up his ass was the worst part. Mike Tyson, I did not know this. The whole time, Mike Tyson was apparently fighting in assless chaps.
Yeah.
Ass hanging all out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that people talking about age. I mean, he can't move like he used to because of age. No, because he had a goddamn piece of string up his ass the whole time.
He's wearing that thong.
Was he heading to the gay club after the fight?
Maybe.
Does he have like a side hustle as a male stripper? What the fuck is?
Gotta ask Billy about that.
Shit up here looking like Tragic Mike.
God, that is my new favorite Gatorade ad.
Yeah, somebody said maybe that's his new strategy. Well, that strategy was not working.
No.
I mean, people, I did not know this, and I'm not making a joke. Apparently, the whole time he was wearing something that looked like a leather thong or some ashless chaps, or I don't know. Maybe this is a sports thing. I don't know enough about boxing to know if that is legit a thing. But he kissed the guy. I'm not making a gay joke, by the way. No, he did an interview, kissed the guy, or a guy kissed him. He walked away and turned around, and his ass was hanging all out. And I was like, well, no wonder he fucking lost the fight. Shit, he was chafing the whole time.
Needed some baby powder.
God damn, I expected him to jump on a gay horse and ride out of there, man. This is some leather, bondage BDSM shit going on. Yeah, it was a night that just got weirder and weirder and weirder. And even when it was done, it continued to get fucking weird.
Moments like that are what made it feel really scripted to me. I was like, all right. Seemed like you guys had a couple beats you wanted to hit. You wanted Jake Paul to say fuck at the beginning. You wanted the fight to happen, and then a little bit of nudity to keep it risque.
That's a jock strap. I didn't know, listen, I didn't know jock straps went up your ass like that. Yeah, I didn't know. I know what a jock strap is. I didn't know a jock strap was like that, though.
So he was wearing a cup?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, which is not unusual. You know?
Boxers wear cups? I didn't know that.
No, this is not. It's not unusual. But hey, but so let me see here, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. He is in great shape.
Oh, no denying it.
Right down to his ass was even in great shape. I'm not even look. You can call me what you want to. Yeah, but hey, why are you looking at his ass? Cause shit, even he.
That's all I'm looking at.
Even them cheeks were in great shape, man. Somebody said I need to do more squats.
There was only one part of his body that I think was not looking so hot, but from the ass up.
Yeah, and somebody said the older you get, you don't care what people see. As somebody who's 53, I can tell you that's true right now. If you walk in on me and my dick and balls are hanging out, I don't care.
In a couple of years, you're going to be walking around like that?
Who says I don't do that already? Ask Adam. He's seen me. But, so, all joking aside, let me say this. I was wrong about the fight. I think I'm 100% wrong about this. I was saying it was not real. After watching the fight, I believe it very much was real, which makes it even more sad for me. Last night after the fight, everyone was talking about, if you saw it and listened to the commentary afterwards, the commentators, they were talking about how it was such a great night for boxing. How it was such a wonderful night for boxing. In my opinion, no, it was not.
It depends how you look at it, right?
Well, if you're talking about this fight right here, if you're talking about the Tyson Jake Paul fight, no.
Oh, huge letdown.
No, it was not, people. This was more entertainment than sport. That's what Jake Paul brought to it. Jake Paul, everybody all night even said Jake Paul is an entertainer. And I mean, even right down to the spectacle that went on around the fight. You gave me this video right here. This damn Jake Paul bot, the Jake bot walking around and everything. Things like this, man. What we watched, and I'm gonna pass this on to you as somebody who's not even into boxing that much, but yet we watched this and see that's one thing I can say about Jake Paul. And surprisingly, I have a lot of positive things to say about Jake Paul.
I'm shocked that I even have one positive thing.
But I have a lot of great things to say about Jake Paul, believe it or not. But not about this though. People, this was more of a glorified exhibition fight. Even though I was saying it was, it was real. It's still sort of an exhibition fight. Mike Tyson didn't need to do this. He had nothing to prove, and now, unless he does something else, this is the lasting image that we have.
I think it's going to be his last one. When he didn't want to get up for that last round, I was like, that was him soaking in at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. And let me tell you something. Maybe conspiracy Corey is going to come out, because when I say I think that this is real, I got some theories as to parts of this that I think might be somewhat fake or might not be 100% real, or areas where not everything was brought to this fight.
You can't believe anything on the internet anymore these days. Like, I don't believe anything until I see 50 people verifying it. But there was some rumors that there was a script out there.
I heard that, and when I hear this, and I don't want to go by rumors, even though I have, some speculations which could be considered rumors if I decided to spread them of my own. But yeah, I have some things that I want to say that give away that, man, okay, that seems dubious right there. That's questionable. I'm going to go deep with some real conspiracy theory stuff. I'm not even confirming and saying that it's real. If you disagree, totally 100% understand, because it is very much speculation. But I'm going to bring those up. And I also want to tell you this. The biggest loser from this fight is me. I am the dumbest person for passing up a Celsius ad read opportunity. I'm hoping to get it back, but I did not want to promote Celsius at one time. I'm constantly drinking these now, but I didn't want to promote it because at the time I read that, energy drinks and drinks like this, there might be a health hazard. So I'm always, I'm not that much of a sellout, y'all. I'm always thinking about, is this something that I'd really want to promote? And so I passed it up. Now I'm kicking myself as I drink these. And last night, Celsius was the biggest sponsor, the fucking big C in the middle of the ring right there.
And as I was telling you, the Celsius was spoiling who ended up winning the fights consistently.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until you brought up. If you won, came up and gave you a Celsius trophy or something,
Yeah, well,
a can of Celsius.
Yeah, so you could be like, that was the equivalent of, I'm going to Disney World, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But let me go ahead and get back into this, man. Let me just say this. Respect to both these men. But even though I'm talking shit about the fight, I have a lot of respect for both guys. Respect for both the effort and the training that they put into this, man. And here's where I'm saying some things positive about Jake Paul. Jake Paul's an entertainer. This is I do not still consider this a legit boxing match, okay? But Jake Paul, he's all about attention, and he brings attention to the things that he does. He brought people like you into watching a boxing match.
Yeah.
And because he brought people like you into watching a boxing match, he was able to put the spotlight on some other boxers who really needed it. And I'm talking about, the female boxers that we had, Kate Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Kate Taylor and Amanda Serrano, they had a match at one time. This is a rematch with them. And it's something like the biggest viewership for a women's boxing match.
A women's sporting event.
Wow. He got them paid. He brought attention to this. A lot of people who don't, and by the way, women boxers are vicious.
I had no idea. It was frightening watching them fight. They were throwing the fastest punches of the night.
Yeah. And let's talk about this fight for a moment, because that was the fight. All right? Fuck the main event. This was the main event.
Yeah,
this was the best fight of the night. This, if let's just say if back in the days, if you had paid for this, like pay-per-view or something, this was the one where you got your money's worth.
Yeah.
And they went at it. I mean, this fight had everything. It had the energy. It had the it had the viciousness behind it. Serrano had it had gore.
Yeah. You were wriggling like a worm in the rain or something.
Man, I couldn't watch because listen, I love gore and horror movies and whatnot, not excessively if unnecessary, but man, she got that gash on her head. If y'all watch the fight, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, which is what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you get headbutted in the face several times.
And you know what? That says something about Serrano as a fighter, man. She went in there, did not call the fight. That is a serious injury, and she just kept going, man. It was moments like that made her even seem more triumphant and brought more to the fight. By the way, a lot of people are saying Taylor cheated. I don't think so. I think that that kind of contact happens. If anything, she tries to control the fight by going in close. Mm-hmm. And they did mention in the fight that one is a left-handed boxer, one is a right-handed boxer. So they probably are going in closer because of that right there. So yeah, I don't think that she cheated, man. Of course, that's the narrative that Serrano's team is going to spin, and hopefully they'll do a rematch. But that was the fight right there.
Yeah, that was hard to watch at times, and I know that I was into it because I was jumping around looking at the TV, looking at your phone, whatever we could watch it on.
Yeah, man. No, we're going to talk about that too in a little bit. But yeah, people, that I think the biggest respect should go to these two women, man. These two women, they brought the entertainment that night. They were the ones that were the true warriors that night. I bow down to them. Also, that was a great fight if you could see it.
Yeah.
We were sitting up there, and everybody had this problem. I mean, great that Netflix has so many viewers that it broke the internet, broke the platform. But man, we're sitting up here trying to watch this fight. It looked like fucking NASA in here or something. We're catching radiation cancer, man, because we have 3 phones set up, the TV, a laptop, hoping that one doesn't conk out while the others are still going, So Yeah, man. And I knew immediately. I said, "This is not just us."
Oh yeah, I was skeptical at first when the fight first started. I was like, "What the fuck's up with your internet?" Because like it happened one time, like early on before you started watching it with me.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up online, and then there was a hashtag floating around, right? It was like Netflix, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Y'all making it worse. How was that? I don't know if you're talking about me, but I don't know how do we make it worse? I guess we made it worse because we were using up so much bandwidth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, guilty. Yeah, man.
whatever. I wanted to see it. Suck it, nerd.
Yeah, no, we soaked up a lot of bandwidth last night, man. I guess we were making it worse.
I'm sure everyone was doing that.
Yeah, no. And, I mean, also people were using other people's passwords and shit.
Oh
Come on.
God, yeah.
But back to this fight right here, man.
One thing I want to
What's
mention
up?
about that is like I didn't even think about this. You think there were bars where people were freaking out, where there were like people like the bars were packed, and then that Netflix wheel was sitting there.
I think the bars were freaking out, and then it looked like us. You know, there was 100 monitors of some type going on. It looked like a concert with people holding up their phones.
Yeah.
Like the whole place had their phones out trying to watch it on there since the TVs were fucking up.
Just imagine the crowd in the bar. Oh,
Yeah.
It's not even for the fight. It's because they can't see it.
Yeah. But getting into the main so-called main event, even though I respect how much Jake Paul has done something incredible. You know, he decided one day I'm gonna box, and because of his clout, because of his platforms, because of his fame and whatnot, say whatever you want to. He trained and he promoted, and he got to this part where he's fighting a legend. That's a great thing, and also a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Jake Paul doing this, great that he brought all these people in to watch a boxing match. It's incredible how he trained, and he actually is, because I think he does have some skills. I don't think that, I don't think that this is something where, he hasn't prepared. He doesn't know how to box. I think he does on an amateur level still.
Yeah. He's definitely been able to leapfrog his way up before he should be able to.
But let's be honest, y'all. This is still a spectacle more than a legit boxing match. Jake Paul has not fought an actual boxer in his class or, in their prime, or a highly skilled boxer yet, all right? He's fought basketball players. He's fought MMA fighters who didn't really train for the fight or were not that, not that great anymore. And now he's fighting a guy that's 58 years old, even though the man is considered to be one of the fiercest men alive. The guy has not fought a fucking boxer yet. Okay, respect to him. But let's stop. This is not a legit boxing match. This is a mockery of the sport. You bring this guy in who's fighting somebody who's way past their prime. Listen, I am 53 years old. I'm gonna bring this up in a little while about the ageism that is involved here, because I don't think it's just about him being 58, but we know how sports, how they go with age. Around the time you start getting 35 or so, unless you're an athletic genius like Tom Brady or something, you start to age out.
Even with Tom Brady, I mean, the greatest competitor of all time, undefeated, is Father Time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is still something where we see a guy who is selling us a gimmick more than an actual boxing match. This is sad. And it was shame on those people last night, unless you were talking about those two amazing females that fought that night. If you were talking about this, shame on you for saying that this is a great night of boxing. It was not. This is a tragic night of boxing. I respect everything they did to prepare for this. This fucking fight, though, no. And even though I was wrong about it being fake, I still think it might be fake in some parts. I'll tell you my theories in a little bit. Even though I was wrong about that, I still didn't think there was some things were not going to happen. I told you before it started. I said this will not be a knockout. All right. Somebody's going to hold back, or somebody's not going to, somebody not skilled enough to fight enough to knock somebody out. Somebody, even with Mike Tyson, as poorly as he performed last night, I still don't think Jake Paul had the skills to knock him out. And Jake Paul was actually landing some punches. I had to, we got to give respect for that. But also, Mike Tyson, let's forget about him being 58. There was something else going on with him. And I don't know what it is. First of all, he had a bum leg.
Yeah.
They kept saying that. And he was, listen, Mike Tyson was shambling.
Yeah,
You
I told
understand?
you last night he looked like my grandpa walking. At first you're like, oh, come on, he doesn't look that old. And then eventually you're like, yeah, he's got a wobbling.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, I'm sorry, man, 58 is up there. 58 is old in sports years. 58 is very old in boxing years, all right? 58 is, that's old for boxing, all right? But it's not that old for life. It's up there, but it ain't to the point where we moving like this and shit. Mike Tyson was kind of wobbling and moving, and I was like, what is going on with him, man? Even when he was finishing walking, because when he came out, he was walking like, damn, he's walking, this is the Mike Tyson I know. He's walking with intent. He got in the ring and started moving kind of funny, and slow, and you see how he's kind of shambling just a little bit, and I was just like, man, he doesn't move like he's 58, even for being, the old guy in boxing. He moves like he's 85.
Yeah.
Also, he was doing weird things like biting his glove. Because you were right. I said, man, I think his mouth guard is falling out. You're like, no, he's biting his glove.
Yeah, apparently that's a nervous tick that he's done in years past, but I don't know enough about boxing to have known about that, but seeing it in action is very strange.
He just did an exhibition fight, pretty much, with, was it Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah.
And he did not move like that. Okay, at least not from what I remember. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe I'm having selective memory right here. But I just think that there's something more going on with him. I'm looking at people who are 60 years old. I'm talking about people like Brad Pitt and George Clooney. You still see them being smooth. They ain't getting on movies doing this shit.
They're also not professionally getting the shit beat out of them.
There you go. I also admit, y'all tell me, I don't know enough about boxing to say for sure. But when when you've made your whole career of getting, as you say, the shit beat out of you, or you beating the shit out of people, and because you're still gonna take punches, does that age you at all? Does that age you more than the average person? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know. I'm gonna ask y'all. Tell me. And Chad is saying, yeah.
I mean, you're fucking up your muscles, right? They
yeah.
gotta recover. It's like there's a limit on that.
Yeah, and the chat is saying, yeah, absolutely, man. Look at most of the wrestlers that are past 50.
My God. Or football players.
Yeah. You take so much abuse on your body, man. You put your body through so much abuse training. It's just my theory. I don't know. I think that you age a little bit more than the average person, which is why, you by the time you're in your 30s and whatnot, your body can't do it anymore, man, because you put it through so much.
And your most important muscle takes a beating, your fucking brain.
Yeah, people talking about it ages the brain and the body tremendously. Yeah, man. Thank you for telling me that, y'all, because like I said, I don't want to act like I know anything. But that just confirms to me another reason why you probably saw him moving like that. This guy's taking so much, again, abuse that I don't think that helped him either, getting out there. But here's where, let me just say, do you have anything you want to add or say?
The one thing I wanted to mention is that I think Jake Paul has fought one real boxer, and that's his one loss.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
I
I
did not
heard.
know that, man.
Yeah. His one loss is someone who's like a real boxer who's around his age, and he beat the fuck out of him.
Really? Okay.
Because he has one loss, and because his people have been very strategic about making him look good.
See, that brings me to a point I want to make later on. And this is what I want to see. And either you're going to do this, Jake Paul, or you're going to dodge this. And if you dodge it, that's going to say a lot. But here's where I'm going to get into some weird conspiracy stuff right here.
Which is rare for you.
Well, I'm just not pulling it, out my ass, for nothing. And believe
Pull it
me,
out of Mike Tyson's ass.
yeah. Well, believe me. Hey, listen. I don't know, man. It's a little tight up in there already. I don't know if I can get up in there and pull anything out. And believe me, I talk and pull things out my ass all the time. But I want to thank Kevin King for sending me this video. So here's where I come into some just weird things and speculations about the fight. So I'm wondering if Mike knew he was going to lose. I'm wondering if he knew that he was not going to win this. I'm wondering if he just did this for the money. Which is, again, that's very sad. That's a lot of money. I know, but listen, you can't blame somebody for not turning down $20 million, okay?
I feel like he's in a weird position where he's such a big, sensation. You can't really get a read on that, especially with the way that he was talking after the fight. It's like, man, have you really lost it? Are you trying to just keep up this persona? It's like, dude, you were the scariest man alive. Now you are the oldest scary man alive.
Yeah. Hey, listen, most of us still don't want to get into it.
No, never.
I don't want to even get into a polite debate with Mike Tyson. All right?
Shut your mouth, Corey.
Yeah. First of all, I probably understand the fuck you're talking about, but no, I don't even want to get into a polite disagreement with Mike Tyson. All right. So again, much respect to him, and I'm not him. I'm not. Any of us have $20 million placed in front of us. Who knows what we're going to do? But I just wonder if he did it for the money. Let me tell you why. I want to thank Kevin King for sending me this video. So the reason why I'm wondering if he knew that he was going to lose, he said something that was kind of telling to me. And this, like I said, I might be reaching. I agree. But he did this interview with this really talented young woman. I think, let me get this right. I think she's a young woman. But Jaslyn Guerra. She did this really professional interview with Mike Tyson. And when Kevin sent me this, he said, this is a great interview, but Mike Tyson gets a little bit too real with the 14-year-old.
Damn. Yeah, that's right. You mentioned this last night.
So this is an interview with Mike Tyson. Yeah, Jazzy. Yeah. So he did this interview with this 14-year-old, and she asked him about legacy, and it got kind of dark. And I love the way he talked to her like he was talking to some dude on the street, like he talking to some guy at a bar. This is what he has to say about legacy.
No, I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. I mean, I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that?
She's like, God damn, that's depressing. She's like, I'm just 14. I'm not thinking about death right now.
And it's funny that he mentioned ego because I don't know what it is with the camera, but his head to me looks fucking giant.
It's a weird angle, yeah. It's doing something where it's got some weird lens on there or something. But I noticed that kind of myself. But anyway, continuing.
What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead.
You know what that is, actually? I didn't mention it last night, but that's him showing his side that he is into psychedelics. You can tell that from that answer, that is someone who's taken a ton of mushrooms.
And you know what? I admire the answer. Don't think I don't admire the answer.
Yeah, very respectable.
I have a lot of respect for Mike Tyson, man. I better. No, I have. And listen, I do believe that he is being humble. I mean, this is a guy who he's been on top of the world so much. He's probably achieved everything he's wanted, bought everything he's wanted. At a certain point, it's just kind of like the material means nothing. As you get older, you start thinking about life itself and what are the important things that really mean that mean something to you. So I do believe that he is genuinely humble.
I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me?
And she's like, okay. Yeah. He's about to beat the shit out of this girl, man. Who the fuck cares? I'm like, run! Run, girl, run!
When keeping it real goes wrong, damn.
I'm like, girl, you better stop the interview right now. This man's having flashbacks about something. Yeah, he kept it way real. Actually, I kind of like that he talked to her like that. Let me tell you something, man. Kids, especially when you're 14, they appreciate not being talked down to.
Oh yeah.
She's 14. She's heard it all. I mean, he's not like he just said a bunch of nasty shit in front of her. He's talking to her. I think that's a sign that he respects her.
Yeah,
You know,
for
he's talking.
sure.
Yeah, I think he likes that she's, intelligent. She's asking some good questions. I think this is the second time he's done an interview with her. And so, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to talk to you like it's real because you can handle it. You're asking good questions. You seem very mature, so yeah. But the thing is, I don't think that he's trying to give us a sign that I threw the fight. I don't think that that's the case. I think, just kind of telling like, all right, I don't really care about my legacy. If that's true, I don't have an ego about this. So yeah, I'm going to take this fight, even if I lose.
And it was very respectable for him to say that because someone like him, hey, whether you like it or not, Mike, you're going to have a giant legacy. People are never going to forget you. Until this planet is gone, you will exist in some capacity.
So in his mind, you're thinking, well, even if I lose, I don't care. Because, like I said, Mike Tyson, he didn't have to do this.
No.
He didn't have to do. He had nothing to prove. I think he should have. And this is being selfish. I wish he just wouldn't have done it, so I wouldn't have to have this image of him fighting that night and not performing up to par. But in his mind, he's like, "Fuck it, $20 million. Who gives a fuck about my life? I don't care what you think about me when it's done.
I'm going on vacation."
Yeah, after it's done, I'm gonna go hang out with my family, my friends. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about anybody. I think that mentality. Like I said, I don't think he threw the fight or anything like that, but I don't think that mentality helps.
No, all he was thinking about, I bet, is that he's going to have a hell of a Christmas.
Yeah. But I wonder if that mentality kind of, he prepared, he fought, but it's also like, I don't think he should have done it. Being like, fuck it, it's money. I'm going to go in there and do it. Who cares about what you think now or when I'm gone or when you're gone? So, and $20 million, y'all, that ain't too crazy. Not too shabby at all. But there were other things going on that I thought were kind of questionable.
Okay.
So they had a lot of celebrities there last night doing promotion for Netflix.
And not celebrities, just characters from shows.
Yeah, exactly, like Squid Game.
Yeah, just sitting there.
So this was a big promotion event for Netflix and some of their shows. You had, what's his name? The
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai guys, yeah. You got the Cobra Kai guys there. And I believe some people were there because, why not? Like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I believe, all right, yeah. And, of course, it's going to be fun. He's in Dallas anyway.
Gronk was sitting next to him.
Yeah. So, people having fun. But then they put the camera on people like Charlize Theron. And she's just kind of like, fuck out my face. It just feels like, did Netflix kind of invite y'all to be here? Did they want y'all to be here to make it seem like this was a celebrity studded event right here?
Yeah, some of the celebrities kind of like looked at the camera like, and then others, like one of the Jonas Brothers members, like didn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah. I wanted he asked if I'd be here, so okay, I'm here.
I got a free ticket.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, man. So that I wonder about that kind of thing too.
But isn't that like a normal thing for fights?
No, it is. But this fight.
I mean, it's Mike Tyson. Probably the last time he'll ever be in the ring.
That is true. Looking at that angle right there, it is Mike Tyson. So, yeah. But, also, I wouldn't, it did go through my mind. I'm not going to lie. Did they pay celebrities to be here? Because I think even some people are just kind of like, yeah, it's Mike Tyson, but it's not Mike Tyson in a real boxing match. It's not. This is Mike Tyson, but this is not the Mike Tyson that we know.
This is kind of like seeing what's his name, Michael Jordan on Moron Mountain or whatever it was called in Space Jam at the end.
Yeah, watching Michael Jordan go play a damn high school basketball team.
That would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that is the case, but it's like it's still it's Mike Tyson, but I watched it because it was on Netflix. I don't know if I would want to pay to go see Mike Tyson fight Jake Paul, man, or if I want to show up there because it's just...
Fuck no, man. Imagine how expensive those seats were. They said, remember those seats that they showed right ringside?
Yeah.
They said those were $2 million seats.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Never in my life would I consider that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to take pictures with them afterwards, and they got the gloves signed.
Yeah.
That was the thing that came with the seat, but fuck that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, man. I don't know, man. To me it was just a sad night for boxing. It really was, except for some of the better matches. The undercards, they benefited. That was a good night for them. That was a great thing for Jake Paul to do. But man, listen, and they said this at the match. Jake Paul did this for attention, because that's his job. His job is to get as much attention on himself as he can. He helped others with that, but there's a difference between making a spectacle and getting attention and doing entertainment, creating content, and boxing. All right, this is why I believe. I mean, boxing's been doing some stunts like this for a while now. I believe that this is what is pushing people to watch UFC.
A lot of YouTubers are getting into boxing. Some big ones too. Like some of them have just like totally left behind YouTube and moved into boxing.
Well, see, what are we doing here now? Is this legit boxing or man? I mean, listen, if you got the skills and you dedicate yourself and you can do it, I mean, who's going to criticize you? But
you got to go through the years of training if you really want to do it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just remember a time when boxing was, when you watched, there was a period of boxing where, it was the gladiator sport that it was. Today, we're doing, again, like I said, we're doing things for entertainment. Mm-hmm. I think this is what's driving people to UFC, man. Somebody said, Dan, this was elder abuse.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
People online joking about Jake Paul fighting Jimmy Carter afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah,
or Joe Biden.
Yeah, man. This is. You've got a guy who's been dodging actual boxers in their prime, where their skills are up. This does not count, y'all. I'm sorry. He gets to say he fought Mike Tyson, but he fought Mike Tyson at 58. Okay. Somebody said I got money on Joe Biden. Last night he called out a name and I said, do it and let's see what happens.
Well, he didn't exactly. The guy interviewing him at the end, because that was the smartest thing he did, was not trying to be like, I'm coming for you next.
Yeah, no, because they threw out a name and I said, I highly doubt, unless Jake Paul just really, really buckles down and trains for a little while, not even a little while more. You're going to have to really train to get to the level of this guy. He called out, somebody called out Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez has 62 wins, 2 losses, 39 knockouts. All right? And this man, he's not 58, he's 34. He's still in his prime right now, and he's an amazing boxer. I personally don't believe that Jake Paul has the skills yet to go up against this. And that would be a telling thing about, now that would be an actual boxing event. This was a spectacle. This was a farce.
And they kind of hinted at another setup of a spectacle.
Yeah.
Remember that? When he's like, maybe I'll fight your brother Logan next.
And that was a shitty thing to do. This is why I didn't appreciate the comment that Logan Paul gave him. He's like, I'll fucking kill you, Mike. And I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, he's fucking 58 years old, man. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, man,
I mean, that's that guy's track record, being a dumbass.
Yeah, that's a shitty thing to say. You can say, hey, there's a way to be respectful.
Or to be fun.
Jake Paul that was a shitty thing to do, man. And I'll make it fun. I'll fucking kill you. The fucking arrogance behind that. Yeah, you might, but it's just like the same with your brother. He's 58. That's not a real. That's not a real fucking match right here. Yeah, Jake Paul, I'll fucking kill you, man. It was a way to respond. You could have just said, hey, man, well, Mike, hey, let's see, man. Hey, much respect, Mike. Hey, let's give it a chance. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I don't know, Mike. I might get you, man. You didn't have to be like, I'll fucking kill you, man. I mean, yeah, maybe you will. Chances are you will, because he's fucking 58 years old. Fuck out of here with that. Yeah, let me see you fight. And I don't think Canelo Alvarez, he don't do that spectacle shit, all right? He's not going to come out and do this as a joke. You either there to box or you're not. He's not going to make a mockery of this fucking sport right here. Fight him. Train your ass off and fight him. You don't have the record that this man does. You didn't have it with Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson's 58 years old. And I'm one of those people, I was out there saying this. I'm like, if this is going to be real, Mike Tyson's going to knock this guy out. I was wrong about that too. All right? But I firmly, 100%, I will give you $20 million if I had it. No, but I would bet $100 right now, like, no, this man is not going to play with you. Canelo Alvarez is not going to play with you. That man's going to get in there and knock you the fuck out because you are not on that level yet.
And he's not going to do these fancy rules. He's going to be like, we're doing the real shit or we're doing nothing.
Let's keep in mind also last night that, again, to show that this was somewhat of a glorified sparring match, the gloves, they were not the regular 10-ounce gloves. They were 14. Mm-hmm. And also, we didn't go 12 rounds. We went 8 rounds, 2-minute bouts. A lot of people thought that was going to make it more exciting. It was quite the contrary. It was like, no, it's a good thing that they did make those 2 rounds because maybe then Mike Tyson would have tired himself out so much that, yeah, he would have been beaten a lot worse.
I mean, an extra 8 minutes in that fight, I think that would have beat him. We might have gotten a knockout or something. I don't think that he would have knocked him out cold, but he would have knocked him down.
Mike Tyson between that leg and just, I don't know. Just
his jock strap.
That string up his ass, that jock strap. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know what would have happened. I think, if anything, Mike Tyson probably would have knocked himself out from, seeing how he was performing. Mm-hmm. He just would have knocked himself out from exhaustion. I really don't know what was happening with him, man. But yeah, think about that, man. The reason why it matters, when you have 14-ounce gloves, that means that, and another thing with Jake Paul, I don't think that even slowed him down, to give him credit. I don't think that slowed him down. But when you have 14-ounce gloves, they use that for sparring. And the reason why is because it slows the momentum of your punches, which means you're not punching that hard. It's not taking so much effort on you. And so that's what they were hoping. They said this was to count for Mike's age. The 2-minute rounds, going 8 rounds, and slowing down the punches with the gloves being heavier. So, they even tried to go easy on him.
Mm-hmm. They did. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to think that they were going easy on each other, especially because of the way the fight ended.
Yeah, that's another thing. They did kind of go easy on each other, I think.
I mean, a real Mike Tyson, if someone held themselves and let themselves be open, real Mike Tyson would have fucked that guy up.
Yeah, but even then, man, just looking at his performance, I don't think that was in the cards, man.
It wasn't in the script.
Hey, listen, if a script came out, I would not even be surprised. I don't think any of us would.
No.
So yeah, man, I don't know, man. Regardless of what happened, theories, truths, whatever, it was still a sad night, and I don't count this as a legit match. All right, I gave you my reasons why. I'm tired of everybody treating these like they're legit matches. Jake Paul has to fight an actual boxer. I really respect him for being able to do this the way he did. I'm gonna be a boxer, and he created this right here. Much respect for that. But you will not get my respect as a 100% real boxer until you fight a legit boxer your age in their prime. I'm sorry. I respect the effort. I respect the game. I respect everything you've done to help other people. And I really do like Jake Paul now. I think, Jake Paul puts on a person.
I don't know if I'd say I like him.
I do like him. I respect him because I think what he's doing is a personality. And, all the shit talking before the match, that's what you're supposed to do.
Of course.
This is becoming, if we're going to get to the point where we're talking about boxing matches and people aren't even fighting real boxers, and no disrespect to this sport over here, because I have respect for this, but it's becoming the WWE.
Oh, yeah.
It's more controlled than it is an actual sport.
Is it common for boxers to come out in cars like that the way they did last night?
I never seen that before, but it's not unusual for them to make a big production of them coming out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody said, Malik Tumba, of course you respect, you like Jake Paul. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Fuck you. What the fuck you talking about? Like I'm an asshole for liking him? You're an asshole for saying that.
There were respectable things that he did last night that we mentioned, but as a person, I don't like him. Yeah. I hate his brother more, though, for sure.
His brother was shitty for saying that. But, listen, these guys, Jake Paul has done some cool things, and probably I'll come back around and like, all right, this guy's being an asshole. But I do recognize, the guy. Listen, I really respect this guy doing what he did. Is he? Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't like this guy after what I heard.
What? What did someone say?
I don't even want to say. Because I don't want to bring this into the conversation. But maybe I don't like him as much now. All right. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to leave that alone.
They're assholes.
No, somebody's telling me something that makes sense. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe I don't like this guy that much. Yeah. All right. Yeah, fuck this guy. Wow. Malik, I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah, fuck this dude. Anyway.
But we haven't even talked about the biggest loser last night, besides you, with Celsius.
Yeah.
Netflix, fucking up like that.
Well, I told you, man, they're trying. I don't know. Let me ask y'all something, man. Has Netflix done a live event before? Because now they want to do something with the WWE, and they also have the NFL doing something on Christmas. So have they done a live event before?
We were talking about it a little last night. I think they've done something, but this is by far the biggest one. I mean, this got like 250 million viewers. That is no joke.
Nah, Malik, I agree with you, man. I think this. I don't know if I'm as crazy about him as much as. Wow, that turned quick. Yeah. If they had, they did a Love Island event, and it fucked up there too. I think they're also doing these. Listen, there's a lot of gains from this promotion, money, even making the news. But I think they're testing the technology.
Yeah,
and it's still not perfect right now.
And it's funny how we went to streaming, and how it's like, live. Who gives a shit about that? Now we're coming back around to it.
Yeah. Also, they did a Chris Rock special. They said so. Yeah, okay. I mean, listen, they have to. Man, they got to straighten this out. You can't be putting these events up there and everybody's, to watch one thing. Everybody has to have 10 TVs and 50 cell phones on it, trying to watch something.
I don't know if it's good promotion of people saying #what the fuck Netflix. Like, I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. And they're going to have to fix that. I mean, yeah.
Because people are just not going to watch it live. They'll be like, I'll watch it tomorrow when the VOD is up.
They've done some comedy specials live. Okay, yeah. Well, hopefully they'll get it. I mean, listen, if anything, I get it. You got to keep testing these things out. This is a huge event. Something was going to happen. Hopefully they'll use these moments, as unfortunate as they are and inconvenient as they are, they'll use these moments to actually improve. So we'll see. Someone
in the chat was telling me that their Netflix didn't work and they suggested that they watch Ghostbusters or something.
Yeah, we were getting that too.
Yeah.
They were telling me to watch the movie Focus with Will Smith and Harley Quinn, whatever, and Margot Robbie. Yeah, I was telling me to go watch something else.
You want to see CGI Will Smith real quick?
Yeah, hey, this shit ain't working. How about this old movie that nobody gives a fuck about right now?